Alrighty. Hello, everyone. My name is Noreen, Certified Professional Corporate Fitness Works. Thank you so much for joining me for this Vinyasa Yoga session. All you will need is a yoga mat or towel and plenty of space around you to move. So also making sure that we have water nearby and that if we feel any pain during our session to stop immediately and consult our healthcare providers. So let's be sure to listen to our bodies and take it one breath at a time. And let's get started in a comfortable seated position on your mat. So let's find your easy seated comfortable position. And let's begin to close the eyes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale from the mouth to start. Inhale, a taller spine. Exhale, everything sigh. Very good. We're going to do a 4-part breath. So let's inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Pause for 4. So let's inhale now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'll join you. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale, forgetting about the 4-count breath. Inhale, belly is big. Exhale, belly small. And one more deep breath. Inhale, ribs are big. Exhale, ribs are small. And coming back to your normal rhythmic breathing, making sure that your breathing is more audible than your thoughts. Centering yourself for your yoga practice. And now bringing your palms together to set an intention for your practice, listening to your body. Maybe you want to go a little bit harder today. Maybe you need to relax and take it a little bit more modified. And setting your intentions here with a smile. Gently lower your hands to your lap. And as you inhale, elevating the crown to the sky. Exhale, eyes stay closed. And begin to draw your left ear over that left shoulder. And now bring your head forward and around for nice big neck rotations, drawing the big circles with your crown. Keeping your shoulders low, avoid that turtleneck syndrome. Lengthening all sides of the neck here. We're just getting started and then catching a full range of motion. The center of your circles is your spine. And now let's go into one more rotation this direction. And then exhale the head to center. Reset by inhaling, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, shoulders are low. And as you continue to keep your eyes closed, begin to draw right ear over the right shoulder. And then head forward and around to counter and draw rotations in the opposite direction. Deep breaths. Take inventory of how you feel left and right. And if you can, try to also keep your breathing in and out of the nose solely. Shoulders are low. Lengthen the neck with the ears and the chin. And one more circle here, full breath. Exhale, the head is resting center. And let's begin to take our arms out and up. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fingertips wide and out. Inhale up, and this is where you're building your personal bubble space. Exhale to make your bubble a little bit bigger. And fingertips reaching. Inhale. Exhale. And stay here with those fingertips reaching to the ground, heart lifted high above the belly. Inhale. Exhale, plant your left hand, swing right arm up and over for a side stretch in your seated position. Keeping your hips anchored, find a little bit more depth on your exhale. Shoulders are low from the ears. And then begin to inhale. Exhale, both fingertips reaching to the ground. On the next inhale, plant the right hand. Exhale, left hand up and over for your seated side bend. The bend in the elbow really opens the heart to the sky. Inhale, length, and exhale, depth. And one more breath here. And let's inhale. And exhale, fingertips reaching low. Inhaling to the sky. Exhale, turning to your left. And let that right arm follow and twist a little deeper, looking behind you. Keep your left hand planted behind your spine and look far above with that chin over the shoulder behind you. Inhale. Exhale, squeezing a little bit deeper in your twist. And then inhale, swinging arms up very gently. Exhale, first turning the body, and then let the left hand pivot, a twist deeper to the right. Heart is open, and your belly is spacious here. Deep breaths. And then taking a deep breath here, exhale, deeper twist. And then inhaling, arms up. And now we're going to exhale, hands down to the ground, and we're going to find ourselves on all fours so that we can perform a nice wrist release. So we're going to stack those knees under hips and the wrist under the shoulders. You're going to point your fingertips towards you as much as you're comfortable with. And then from here, keeping your elbows soft, maybe you send the hips just slightly backwards. It's important to, focus on the wrist because we do a lot of standing in yoga from the wrist. And then from here, pressing it forward, begin to bring your hands so that your middle fingers are horizontally lined up. And then we're going to perform some circles, pressing into your wrists. Deep breaths. Nice range of motion, and then going the opposite direction, balancing it out. And then from here, a regular stance in your tabletop pose. Inhale, belly down, chin up with the tailbone, cow. Exhale, curl everything in around the spine to your cat. Inhale, tuck your toes, lift the gaze to the sky. Exhale, flatten the feet, find your cat, hollow it out. Tuck the tailbone in, and then another deep breath, inhale, cow. Shoulders far from the ears, flatten the feet, exhale, cat. And then finding your neutral tabletop, tuck the toes, send the hips to the sky, draw those biceps by the ears, and walk out your dog. This might be the first big stretch of the day, so making it count. Lengthen the side body with every bent knee. Good work. Twisting a slight bit to get underneath. And then finding your still downward facing dog. Bend your knees. It's okay if those heels are lifted. Press the top of the thighs to the sky and draw your triceps down to the earth. And then take a breath to inhale. Lift off those heels onto the balls of the feet. On the tippy toes. And then exhale, heels low. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, heels low. And one more time, inhale, the tippy toes. Try to get those pinky toes up. And then exhale, low. Wonderful. We're going to inhale, taking that left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. And then exhale, a nice lunge here. Planting your foot in between the hands, lower the back knee. Sink your hips, lift your gaze. And now we're going to step into a forward fold, hug yourself. Inhale, lift up halfway, bending your knees, and you're lifting with the heart. Exhale, soften, and then bend your knees with your palms in prayer, and press from the heels to reach up into a gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward, hug yourself. Ready for some sun sallies? Here we go, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, begin to take hands down and step that left leg back lunge. Lower that left knee, sink the hips, lift the gaze. And then from here, find a plank with those knees down. Contract the abs, squeeze everything, hands on your shoulders, lower down. And then inhale, up dog. Lengthen the front of your body, tuck your toes, exhale, down dog. Good work. And then inhale, take that right leg up, three-legged dog. And then exhale, lunge it through. Good work. Lower that back knee. And now let's prepare to step forward, fold, hug yourself. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, bending your knees in a nice chair, palms in prayer. And inhale, lengthen, back bend. Exhale, fold forward and hug yourself. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And this time we're going to exhale, whether you want to step or hop back, deciding that now if you hop back, try to land with one foot and then the other, like a cat. Not both at the same time, very light and quiet. So let's inhale. Exhale, walk or step, hop back, whatever you'd like. And then from here, lower down. You can take those knees down, or you can bring those triceps in a stick pose. And then inhale, lengthen up dog. Exhale, your down dog. Looking in between your palms, decide if you want to walk or hop forward fold. Very light and quiet, like a ninja. Hug yourself. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Bend your knees and find a mountain pose with prayer at the top. Inhale, lengthen, arms up. Exhale, prayer. And now it's a good opportunity if you'd like some water to take that, because we're going to turn into warriors next. Alrighty, so let's begin. For dancing warriors, at the top of our mat, let's smile and inhale to sky. Slight back bend, and exhale, a forward fold, hugging yourself. Your knees can be bent. Inhale, lengthen. And then we're going to exhale, draw that left leg back. Very good. Sink your knee. If you want to take the knee, you can. We're going to keep it elevated. We're going to rotate that back heel down to the ground, creating less than 90 degrees between both feet. If you want this warrior to be more challenging, take the heel farther back. Heels in line, press off that front heel and find your warrior one. Very good. Hips, shoulders square to the front, and your front knee is leaning towards that second toe here. Deep breaths. And now we're going to take that left hand forward, and then opening out to a warrior two. Pelvis is underneath you. And then take a deep breath. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, shoulders are low. Flipping your palm in the front, find your reverse warrior. Heart is open. And maybe if you want to, you can wrap that back hand to the top of the opposite thigh. Deep breaths. You can always straighten the front knee if it's getting tight. A nice little relief in the middle of all this powerful warrior stance. So let's take a deep breath, inhale. And then exhale, back to your warrior two arms. And now bend that front right arm, planting it on the thigh. Finding your side angle, dancing warrior. And if it feels good, you can take that hand in step. Heart opens to the sky. If you're feeling like you want more of a challenge today, you can also find those hands together behind you. Sink those hips, open up to the sky. Deep breaths. And then from here, find your warrior two. Release, cartwheel, warrior one. As you lift the back heel, prepare to balance yourself and frame that front hand with your front foot with your hands. Lunge to plank. Lower the knees if you'd like, and then lower down to chaturanga. Heart lifted, biceps spiraling out, and then find your up dog. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, and dog. Good work. And take a deep breath. You can always be in child's pose at any point to reset, recenter. Shake it out. We're going to prepare to do our warriors on the other side. So nice still breath in your downward facing dog. Take those hips to the sky. Press firmly with all 10 fingers and toes in the mat. Firm upper arms. Good work. Strong wrists. And now we're going to take that left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhaling a lunge. You want to take that knee? It's a good opportunity to do so now. And then rotating that back heel. And then making sure that your heels are in line. Also decide what your resistance will be between the distance of the heels. So you can bring those heels closer or farther. Farther is harder. Press off the front heel, raise both arms, and find your warrior one. Here you want to lean that knee towards your fourth toe. Taking it a little bit more open with the hips. Turning the hips forward to the front of the room. Deep breaths. And now you're going to take that right hand forward and wind it back like a clock into your warrior two. The back hand loves to sink if you're not mindful of it, so keep it lifted. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, shoulders low. Good work. Flip the palm in the front, reversing your warrior. If you found that you like that wrap around the first time, matching it again. Straighten that leg if you need a break. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, length. Exhale, maybe bending that front knee a little bit. And now gently find your warrior two. Good work. And then find that side angle. So lower that front arm, reaching up and over. And then if you found that today you're comfortable with lowering that inside arm, that's okay. Maybe you wanted to bind it. Sink your hips. Deep breaths. And then from here, one more breath as you prepare to release from side angle to your warrior two, warrior one. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, lower. Lift the back heel. And gently find your lunge. Bring that front foot with your hands. Plank. And then from here, you can lower knees, chest, chin, or just lower into your low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And shake it out. Good work today. Nothing is impossible. Even the word impossible says I'm possible. Remembering that in our practice, knowing that today our practice will make us stronger tomorrow. And now we're going to take a moment to find a still downward facing dog. Reset. And then looking in between those palms, decide if you want to walk, step, or hop into your forward fold. Hug yourself. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, soften. Bending your knees, palms in prayer. Find a mountain with prayer. Reset with a breath, maybe some water. Wonderful job. You're doing amazing. Take a moment to reset, lower that heart rate, inhale to the sky. And exhale your palms in prayer. One more time, inhale. And exhale in prayer. Very good. So now we're going to do a powerful pose after a warrior. So let's take a moment to make sure that if you want to go a little bit easier, your feet are hip width apart, which is 2 fists. Second toes parallel to each other. Bend those knees. And we're going to take those arms up to the sky. Hinge, sending the hips back like you're trying to sit on a chair far, far behind you. And now find your powerful pose. If you want it to be harder, step those feet together. And then from here, you want to keep those knees and feet level. Try to take those knees behind the toes. And then take the gaze up. You want to lift your head, but you want to lift it with your eyes, not just your head. You want to keep a nice straight back. And now, palms in prayer. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, revolve, taking that left elbow outside the right knee. And press your prayer in front of your heart. If you want to make this harder, you can lift up that back left heel and a flamingo. Deep breaths. Try to open the heart to the sky. And then if you did flamingo, lower that heel next to the other one. Inhale, powerful pose. Exhale, prayer. You got this. Nothing is impossible. Revolve opposite elbow outside the knee. Deep breaths. The key to every pose is your breath. And if you decided to turn into a flamingo, go ahead and lift that back right knee or back right heel. Make sure you're balanced. If you just want to take those toes to the ground too, that's okay. One more breath here. And then prepare to find powerful pose. Every side's different every day. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale your volcano, stacking all the way. Heart lifted in your mountain. And then find your prayer. Reset with a breath. Inhale to sky. Exhale. Nice gentle prayer. And again, inhale. And exhale. Wonderful work. And so now we're going to find ourselves at the top of our mat. Making sure you have plenty of space to move around. Inhale to sky. Exhaling your prayer. And then from here, we're going to bend those knees, hinge from the hips, and sit all the way back into a chair for just a moment. So from this chair, we're going to lower all the way down to the ground. Very gently. And find a boat. Heart is lifted. You can also just keep those toes in the ground. Keep that V shape from the knee to the hips all the way up to the head. Leaning back farther increases the intensity. Deep breaths. If you're feeling crazy, maybe you can grab your calves and balance into an intense boat. Deep breaths. If you want more intense, take it to a low boat. And if that's not intense enough, bring those arms up. And then hug yourself into a tiny little package. Deep breaths. Rest, reset, recover. Because we're going to take sail one more time. So let's get ready. And you're going to take a moment to build that straight line from the tailbone to the head, and then from the tailbone to the knees on the other side. A nice boat here. Deep breaths. Want something more intense, take those hands to a prayer, and then maybe revolve it. Deep breath. Press that prayer in front of the heart. Smile. And then let's match that other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, opposite side. Kind of like a Russian twist. Looking behind you. Inhale, center. Exhale, low boat. You got this. Super strong. And now hug yourself, tiny little package. Take a moment to reset, recover. Great opportunity for water as well. Powerful pose usually makes us a little sweaty. You're doing amazing. Keep up the great work. Awesome. And so now we're going to continue. And we are going to be down on the ground. So this is going to be good. Taking a moment here. And making sure you have plenty of space to roll back behind you, because we're going to take a moment and we're going to grab the left big toe with the left hand and using your peace fingers, your middle and index finger. Hold here, extending. You can keep the knee nice and bent. Maybe open it out to the side. And then from here, holding just that, you can decide if you want to plant this left foot to grab the right foot, or you can grab them both at the same time. Here, making sure you have plenty of space to roll back behind you. Ball it up, round the spine, and gently roll back. And find a bouncing happy baby if it's comfortable for you. Yeah. We want to do 3 rolls all together. So here's number 2, roll it back gently. And then see if you can balance. If you can keep that pelvis underneath you, great. And then one more time, eye of the tiger, right? Let's round it up. Very good. And we're going to find ourselves so that our heels are planted and you can release your feet and find a nice little butterfly. Whew. Deep breaths. Bring your feet together, nice circles. Deep breaths. Catch a full range of motion, and then reverse your circles. Getting readjusted to this new environment down on the ground. Wonderful. Alrighty, so we're going to take a moment and we're going to do revolved head to knee. So that means we're going to extend that left leg out to the side. Like a half butterfly, we just have that right knee bent. Inhale, both arms up. And as you exhale, frame that left foot with both arms. And first, try to bring your belly down to your left thigh. If you can bring your belly to your left thigh, then you can hopefully bring that chest, but if you can't, that's where you're going to stop, is the belly. If you feel comfortable with the chest, then you can lower that down. And if the chest is happy, maybe the head. Maybe you want to reach to those feet. If you can, that's okay. If you can't, you can always just grab your calf. And then try to sink nice and low, always engaging the tailbone far from the head. Good work. This is the beginning of our revolved head to knee. We're first now at head to knee. So then begin to take that left arm inside the left leg, press, pivot, and revolve that head to the knee, opening the heart to the sky. Again, the kink in the elbow really helps the heart lift high. And then if you want something a little bit more challenging, that left hand leaning against that inside the left leg can pivot to help engage a deeper twist, creating a Z shape. Deep breaths here. If you pivoted your arm, we're going to return to the regular head to knee and stack gently. First, grabbing the back of that left knee, let's butterfly it out with a few circles. Good work. Other side. Wonderful. And then that means we're going to match it out. So we're going to extend that right leg out to the side. Bring that left foot inside to the thigh for a half butterfly. And as you inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, frame that right leg with your hands and your heart. If you can bring the belly down, great. Continue to flex those toes to really stretch out the calf. And if you can bring your belly down, go ahead and try and bring your chest. Deep breaths. A great stretch for the psoas, the obliques, also the lower back. So let's go ahead, and if you bring the head down, lengthen the crown to the sky, or to the foot. Lift the back of the ears to really engage that back in a straight line. And beginning to take your right arm inside the right leg, press and revolve, head to the knee, open heart. Deep breaths. And if you took that nice little variation, begin to bring that right arm to the left, butterfly wing. Continue to press, opening your heart to the sky. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take a moment to fold back over. And coming up all the way, one vertebra at a time. Grab the back of that right knee, find your circles. Good work. And we're just going around town. And then we're going to go in the other direction. Good work. So now we're going to make sure that we have plenty of space behind us again. And we're going to plant our feet and gently roll down one vertebra at a time into a nice position where the shoulder blades are flattened to your mat, hands are down. Begin to scoot your heels closer to you, and we're going to press into the heels for a nice glute bridge. Deep breaths. Stay here and try to keep those thighs parallel, zipped up high. If you want it to be harder, scoot those heels closer. And if that's not even hard enough, lift off the heels onto the balls of the feet. Deep breaths. Still want it to be harder, take the arms out to a T. Deep breaths. Continue here. Inhale, length. Exhale, depth away from your mat. And just 2 more breaths here. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, lower down. And gently Hug your knees into your heart. Woo! And then draw nice little circles with the knees to massage the lower back. Yay! And then reverse your circles, of course. Very good. Replanting your feet. Resituate your shoulder blades leg flat to the mat. And you have the nice little arch in your lower back. Got the mouse house right here. Begin to take that left foot over the right thigh. Thread left hand through. And begin to interlace those fingers either underneath on the back of that hamstring or on that shin. Continue and try to bring that right knee towards the right shoulder. This means that the lower back might lift, but that's okay. Deep breaths, continuing to draw that heart in and out towards that right shoulder. Deep breaths. One more giant inhale, counting to 8. And on the exhale, gently take those hands apart, planting that foot. You still have that leg on top, and we're just going to have that right hand assist that left leg over to the side for a nice final twist here. If you want to take that knee lower, it's okay. Nice and high towards you. And then we're going to stack back up. Planting both feet, let's resituate. Crossing that right foot on top of the left. And right hand interlaces. Ooh, this side is tight. A good opportunity to take inventory of how you feel. Woo! This side is a spicy meatball. And take a moment to continue to hug that knee on that left side towards your heart and then out towards that left shoulder. Lower back might lift, that's okay. Very good. The threading the legs for me has always been one of those yoga poses that I cease to ever not build flexibility here. I always feel like this pose is the first time I'm trying it, and that might be because I have all my stress in my hips. But I find I've been doing yoga for 11 years, and this is always the flavor. There's the flavor. Very good. So now we're going to go ahead and take one more inhale for 8. Exhale for 8. And then gently planting that foot, let everything fall over to the side. If you want to hug it a little closer, that's okay. Oh, other side, sorry. Yes. Very good. If you want to take that knee down, you can. Deep breaths. And smile. Good work. And now we're going to take a moment to take that left foot up to the sky and then gently fall over the right foot. And hold here. Deep breaths. Take a moment to try to spell your first name with your toes. And let them circle around in a full range of motion each direction. And if that feels nice, maybe you want to take your palms to the sky as well. Maybe draw some circles with your wrist. Good work here. And then if this feels good, you have an opportunity to stay, or you can try to come into a shoulder stand. With a shoulder stand, you want to press your elbows into the ground, lift with the core like a reverse crunch, and then from here, create a straight line with the front of your body. Deep breaths. Hug those elbows in, and this should have all the weight on the shoulders, not the neck. You have also the weight in those elbows and triceps. Deep breaths. Want to take your legs out, you can play around, kick the wall. Hopefully we made sure we had plenty of space before. Deep breaths here. And then taking one more breath. We're going to slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. And very good. And then from there, we're going to lower one foot at a time. And then bring those feet together in a reclined butterfly. Reposition the seat so that you're comfortable, palms out to the side. And if you want a deeper stretch in your hips, go ahead and take those heels farther away from you. Taking a deep breath here. An opportunity to close the eyes. If you want instead to just kick out your feet in corpse pose, you have that option as well. And here, no action, no reaction, just breathing. Inhale through the nose and exhale from the mouth. Good work. Inhaling through the nose, exhale from the mouth. And then find your comfortable rhythmic breathing that's natural for you. Inhale and exhale slowly through the nose. Taking a moment to let all of that flexibility seep in. Everything repairs. Your body is undistracted so that you can reap the benefits of yoga. And if it helps to focus on the breath, you can count for an inhale of 8 and match an equal exhale of 8. And inhaling, making the ribs big, belly big. And exhale, contracting everything out. And keep this rhythmic breathing. Every inhale is equal to every exhale in length and in depth. If it helps your facial muscles to relax, you can imagine that you're staring at a candle. And your breathing is so gentle, it doesn't affect blowing the candle out. The candle just moves like your breath. Holding on to the breath and letting go of everything else in your Savasana. For every yoga practice, there should always be a Savasana to complement. Take a moment to bend your knees. Sorry, and then roll onto your side, making sure you're comfortable. And curling up like a pillow underneath your arms. Just take a moment. And as I mirror you, you should be on your right side, letting the left side be heavy on the right. And then taking a moment to press your palm into the mat, finding your comfortable position, letting yourself be relaxed, letting that practice seep in a little bit deeper as you close the eyes, lift the back of the ears, soften the tongue, soften the jaw. And to close, bringing your palms together in front of your heart. The thumbs touching your heart remind you to carry love into all of your practices. And we take our thumbs from our heart center to our third eye and bow. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today for this Vinyasa Yoga practice. And I hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Noreen. If you have any feedback, please let us know. Have a good one.